Well, it's time for the XX zone, not to be confused with the XXX zone, which will be in Sonic Advance 3. Okay, it won't.
I was expecting that joke. Okay, no, I wasn't. Yeah, I was expecting that.
Well, that was easy.
But I was gonna. Oh, good. I guess the game's done. The thing is, why are you still seeing the Earth as a ship? This level is decidedly further away. In a way where you're not positioned. Well, I guess we don't know how he was oriented on the satellite, but I was under the impression that I wouldn't see this kind of.
That's true. But to explain, basically it's a boss rush, but each boss has half its hit points. Because Eggman at this point is like throwing everything he has at you out of his basic designs, but they're not built as well. So
there's lore in the boss fights that is entirely based on gameplay. There's lore that is carried out entirely through gameplay. That's good.
That being said, there is a final project that he has been working on that we will see after this. It's not just a boss rush. That would be disappointing.
I mean, Eggman is fast enough that he can leave and come back with his new machine, even though Sonic is running at him.
Maybe Sonic's not...
I mean, I know we'll make memes about Eggman's speed, but come to think of it, how can he's doing a boss rush by himself?
What do you mean by that?
Like, boss rushes are usually all the previous bosses coming to fight you, but he's all the previous bosses.
Yeah, and he has to tank all the explosions. Just because these things aren't as strong doesn't mean that the explosions still don't hurt. He's very clearly covered in soot.
Yes. So he's tanking all the explosions, and he's running and getting his new machines.
Well, at that point, he came from the left.
That's true, but he did come from the left relatively quickly. Like, there wasn't even a fade to white cutscene at that time, he just appeared.
Look at him in the cockpit, he's not enjoying this. In Sonic Advance 3, they give him voice clips for when you hit him and when he hits you, I think.
He really planned to get, because here's a track. Like, he planned. He had a contingency plan in case everything else failed. Because why would he have even designed this track? He must have thought, what if he gets
Well, yeah, you always have to think like that with Sonic.
Well, that's true. He is not only fast and strong, but smart.
Even though the smart aspect of it isn't heavily used right in the recent games. I mean, to an extent, Lost World does talk about his tendency to just do things the quickest and easiest way. And how that's not always the answer, but...
Can Lost World still be considered recent?
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, yeah, I guess. You know, that's Wii U time. Which feels like 10 years ago.
But it wasn't 10 years, you're just gonna have to revel in that fact. But yeah, I'm basically doing this I was going to say the cheesy way because I'm cheesing him a bit. But what you're supposed to do, at least, is like try and jump from the second and third platforms. But I learned that you can just spin dash from any of the platforms.
Is that really cheesing it? That's just using a strategy.
I guess.
I'm not sure how explicit it was that you had to use the
Also, I don't get why...
Hey.
You continue. Okay, no, I don't get why they still apply the time bonus like normal. Like, we're not going to beat this under 30 seconds. Why? I mean, I guess at this point, points don't matter, at least for Cream. But the fact that the time bonus like put the thing back up to like, okay, you get the least amount that you can. I'm sure there must be some other things, but I did these things relatively quickly. So even if they modified it, I think that's way too strict.
Maybe there's a secret, like it's a Mario Maker level. It's a secret hidden block at the very beginning of the stage that sends you right to the end.
I wish. But did you see that epic dodge of the bombs back there where I just went into the flying animation just before I fell into it? That was amazing.
That reminds me. I really miss. What do I miss? I miss Mario Maker. I need to fix my 3DS.
Yeah, you do, but
And also, because I need to play Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, to force myself to finally finish that game.
should have done it while you had the chance.
If it's the last thing I do. I mean, I should have, but the game should have been good while I had the chance. Here's the thing. Other than Pokemon, well, no, not other than Pokemon. I was originally talking about Mario Maker. Not only do I miss Mario Maker, we, and by we I mean
Whoa, I lost some footage
need
back
to get
there,
Mario
apparently.
Maker.
But luckily,
Okay. Yeah, good luck with. I'm gonna have to put my cellular phone on mute now, and you're going to have to edit out 3 incredibly loud vibrate noises that happen because my partner is sending me like 1,000
oh
messages,
joy.
and I'm
Well,
ignoring
you
them.
can say that she's part of the playthrough now. Except I'll edit her out.
Oh yeah.
Just make sure the thing is still recording.
Well, you. Oh, of course it is. If it wasn't that, I wouldn't be talking.
Either way,
What was I? Yeah, Mario Maker. You need to get it because I want to be like on the cutting edge of Mario Maker when Mario Maker eventually comes to the Switch, and I can upload my stages and then get incredibly famous.
of course you will. That's exactly the thing that's gonna happen. Let's put it in a way.
Yeah, my mind is so creative.
Look, I perhaps, how to put this? I perhaps would think of it like I don't have any immediate ideas of what to do because I know that, well, it's not that I know that other people have done them. It's more of the fact that with this creative freedom, I'd really want to do something crazy and amazing, except that I have like no ideas for it. Maybe if I actually had it. But the thing is that because I have no ideas for it, I don't see myself getting it for that reason. Right now.
You see, that's the thing. Speaking on that first thing, because that happened to Lincoln as well, where he was thinking, I can't do anything because everyone's done everything. You have to just not pay attention to what other people do and just make your level. If you try to make something no one else has done, you'll just never make anything. So just don't think of it and just make. That's the same thing. Even that way, like I want to make something. Oh, that's a very big.
Yeah,
explosion.
I'm sure
Eggman
he's fine.
is at the center of it. I mean, I'm sure he's fine because he's Eggman.
Well, of course, he had the master plan. Like,
He probably ran away from it before it fell.
yeah, well, those tiny gorillas and everything else are rejoicing, but that's not the end of the game, because I need to collect all the Chaos Emeralds as Sonic. Specifically as Sonic.
Great.
But let's just say that somewhere on the opposite side of the land, Cream has also fallen because Eggman just happened to have 2 sets of machines. Because he had a really good budget that day, and he decided to splurge. Oh hi Vanilla, you were here too. We were supposed to find you, and we just like fell from space, and there you were. Her mom.
She's just like, oh, there you are.
Like we were on a quest to help her.
Doesn't even care.
That's why Cream did this in the first place. It was like when you save her, you go on a quest that like she needs to find her, But never once do we like search for clues or whatever. We just go through the stages, beat Eggman, fall. Oh look, there she is.
So basically,
maybe she just went out for
the
groceries
only
and was
reason-
stuck in traffic, and Cream thought she was kidnapped.
yeah, like that episode of Sheep in the Big City. He leaves for a measly 10 years, and she decides to fall in love with someone else in the meantime. Which is just rude.
By the way, I'm doing one set with stuff with Amy here because Amy is unlocked. Well, no, because Amy is unlocked, and I'm almost sure I said this before, but just in case I didn't, by getting all the Chaos Emeralds with every character.
That
It is
sounds
terrible. You have to get the 7 special rings in each zone with every character, and just it's one of the whole thing with the mindset of you have this game for a while, you're going to try and play the mileage out of it, but it's already trying to get the special rings already isn't fun because it restricts your path.
Okay, so basically, what you're showing me right now is just bragging rights on par with using Cream and the Cloud to
Well,
beat
no, because I
level.
cheated for this. I'm not gonna. There's no way. I don't have the patience for that just for this. So what I was showing you that for is because remember Amy's playstyle was vastly different in Advanced 1 from everybody else's. This one, she's a bit more closer to everybody else. I mean, you'll see it in Act 2 if I ever like try and do the super peel out. But she has a ball motion now, and she jumps like that automatically. And her super peel out immediately goes into a spin dash.
It's kind of weird how like you don't. When's the last time you could play as Amy?
Sonic 06, I think.
When's the last time you could play as Knuckles? Oh yeah, Mania. When's it? Okay, also Mania. So yeah, it seems kind of weird. She's like, well, I wouldn't say the Wonder Woman.
What type of reference are you trying to go for?
Because Knuckles is the Wonder Woman. Like in terms of the pillars of 3 main folks, but that's Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, so she doesn't really count. But she does seem like 4th place. You think? Then again, I guess nobody else has been playable for a long time either, except for Mighty and me. Also, Ray is so hard to. I can't do that.
He's hard to master, but when you master him, oh boy, it's one of the most beautiful things.
It's like the instant you start flying, you have to start pressing in the other direction. It's just I just can't do it. I mean, I can do it, but not well. Which is just what you can describe me playing video games as.
Really much.
Like Amy, that you playing Amy is that me playing.
Yeah, the Cream gave the Chaos Emeralds to Sonic because she's a good friend.
It's very nice
so
of her.
this I played that and just used that thing to basically explain why Amy is not in this cutscene at all, because she's a secret character and everything. But this is what happens if you get the Chaos Emeralds as Sonic. Eggman decides, you know what, I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna capture all the animals again.
But he's crazy. Oh, now I remember what I was trying to say. Basically, the only reason Cream isn't completely destroying Eggman in every single game is that Eggman keeps not kidnapping her mom.
Oh.
And so if Eggman kidnapped Cream's mom in Sonic Forces, she'd have just completely destroyed
Of course, like, who needs Sonic when we've got Cream? But yeah, they Eggman decides to create a machine that could just like instantly recapture the animals that were set free. And
he's never going to do it again.
No. Which honestly makes it's a question of why all the animals just happen to be gathering right there. Also, I find it weird. Supersonic is obviously super powerful, but for some reason we cannot hurt this machine directly. You have to knock its own missiles back into it.
Sonic Advance treats Supersonic as a joke.
Well, in Sonic Advance 1, Supersonic couldn't really even fly. He had to jump. He had to just jump using moon physics.
Plus, didn't he say he could get hurt?
No, he can't. He can't get hurt. But in this one, Eggman has a machine that forcibly sucks out rings if you get hit by the attack. So that basically lowers your time for Supersonic. But it's done. That boss can actually take up much longer if you let it.
Eggman knows that Supersonic is dependent on the amount of brain Sonic has. And he's built a machine that's able to forcibly extract those
but not all of them.
And then he never does it again. Also, you are very... I mean, I'm being cynical.
I have no idea.
Now, but you are very far from
here's the thing. Why is this such an issue? Because Supersonic should be able to, like, be to stop that thing from going full re-entry, without much problems. And also, they act like there's a big thing about Sonic having to catch her. They're still falling from the sky, so.
Yes, I was about to say that, but I was also about to say that Sonic got from the moon. Okay, whatever. They're just not gonna explain it. Sonic got from the moon to
Well,
Earth.
no, not the. We weren't on the moon this time. That was Sonic Advance 1. Remember?
I know, that's what I'm talking about. Sonic Advance 1. He got from the moon to Earth with no explanation. So clearly, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, technically, in that case that made even little sense because if you remember. In Sonic Advance 1, he was gone for like a week, and he somehow came back as Supersonic. Like, guys, did you forget how this works?
Yeah, he found some rings.
That means he's been collecting rings for non-stop for a week.
No, it means he found a ring planet where he got 10 billion rings just once.
In that week when he found the ring planet in that week, he stopped an intergalactic warlord or whatever with his supersonic powers and saved like the galaxy and then came back.
Sonic Advance, that's not classic Sonic. Right?
No.
So Sonic Advance, he goes on his own Sonic Generation type adventure in another universe. And basically at the very end of that adventure, he has to turn Supersonic again. And that's what happens. So he comes back as Supersonic, but not the same Supersonic as before.
Okay. But that reminds me of Sonic running away.
No, he has to go to the... What's a Sonic crossover? I was about to say he has to go to the Olympic Games, but that's with all the other Sonic characters.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't. But I was about to say that this game like highlights...
He goes to Smash Bros.
Cool, that's amazing.
But yeah, so
and that would also explain why there are no other Sonic characters playable. But... Exactly. Now, as I'm saying, this game highlights one of the things that Sonic. They start highlighting that Sonic, after an adventure, basically just runs off and disappears for like a few weeks, doing his own thing away from his friends, to the point where in Sonic Chronicles, like after they were almost completely sure they'd beat Eggman, Sonic was gone for like months without any sort of contact until a threat came to Angel Island. So yeah, sometimes you just like that was great. Time to disappear and go on my own vacation.